right here is leaking really bad. Hey, what's up guys? Heading down the road to get some gas. Trying to outrun a thunderstorm right now, but we're going camping tonight. Welcome back to the channel. Check out behind me. So the camera's picking it up or not, but that's the weather that's moving our way. Got a bunch of bad storms coming, a lot of heavy rain, probably a lot of lightning, a lot of wind. But I'm dedicated. I'm going anyway. We're going to go out here and hang out together in the storm. Probably not the best decision. We're going to do it anyway. Right now we're clipping along pretty good. By the way, it was my speed gear that is stripped out. So thank you guys for helping me out. I'm also going to do the cable as well. I just might as well. So thank you guys for the help on trying to figure that out. It really helped out, and it gave me something to look to. And it's the first thing I checked, which was the gear. So it's kind of rounded off, so it's barely picking up. The teeth on it, the cogs on the gear are barely picking up. So I'm gonna roll in here and get some fuel real quick and pick up a couple other snacks. It's starting to rain, and we'll get this thing started. Appreciate you guys watching. It's insane how much the wind's picked up here just all of a sudden. All right, we are good to go. Get the truck here. Camera's making it a lot lighter than what it is, but terrible clouds. All right, I'm gonna get the move on, try and get to camp as fast as possible. Maybe I can set up in the dry. That'd be kind of what I'm hoping for. We are still driving. We're trying to find camp right now. Going down pretty steep little hill at the moment. Got the 1-speed wipers running right now. It's really not raining hard enough to run the wipers wide open, but if I stop, it kind of picks back up. Guy right now, kind of seeing where we are. Don't want to be somewhere I'm not supposed to be. I think at the end of this there should be a pretty open area. It's kind of my main concern right now is just finding that open area to camp, because we just had torrential rain, and aside from the torrential rain we've had tons of lightning, so kind of on a spot where I don't have to worry about a tree blowing down on me in the middle of the night. That's the goal. We're just gonna keep riding down this road, riding down this trail actually, and see what we can find. Bring you guys back in just a minute. All right, so we're still on the trail, and it's about an hour later. Only problem is the lightning hasn't let up. The wind's still getting pretty good, and the rain is just like steadily coming down. And I hate to say this, but I may have to call this one. I wanted to go out tonight, I really did, and but the weather moved in just like so much worse than I thought. We were supposed to get all this weather like earlier today, and it was supposed to kind of be moving out by this evening, and it never came, and it got up to like 80 something degrees today, which is just unheard of right now, especially this early in March. And even here in where I live, that's still kind of surprising. But all that being said, I got a couple more places I'm going to check on the way out of here. I'll speak you guys up first thing in the morning. I'll give you kind of a rundown on some things that's fixing to happen to the truck, some plans we have, and a couple of plans for some future trips we've got going on. So there's a couple of things to tell you guys. So if I can't find something here in the next little bit, I'm going to head home. We'll just get you guys first thing in the morning. What's up, guys? It is the next day. So kind of about last night. So made a judgment call just to come on back home. The weather was just way too bad. It really was the lightning, just never gave up. And actually, my wife took my 2 children down to a birthday party in the closest town to us. And before they got down there, they got a call saying that lightning actually struck it was a skating rink they were going to, actually struck the skating rink and knocked it out of power. So they ended up actually coming back home. So all that being said, between that news and just what I could see with my own eyes, which was really, really bad, I just kind of made the call to just give it up, come on back, kind of live to fight another day. And pretty happy about that. At least we're kind of erring on the side of caution. Right, Cecil? Yeah. Yeah. So he and I are out. We are hitting up some trails again. And kind of the main reason for this little trip we're taking now is going to be, I'm going back to the spot that I found, I think it was 2 or 3 videos ago, where I'm asking the question about kind of what I should do with my tires and wheels. That spot is the spot that I'm going back to right now with him. We're going to look at it. Reason being is we've had a lot of high wind, heavy rain, so kind of weather and hail, a lot of hail too. So weather that would make trees fall down. So we are going to go check it out and see if anything is falling, and that would kind of give me a little cool spot right there. That would kind of give me a good idea if that's a good spot to go, even when the wind's up or not. Make me feel a little bit better. So right now we're just kind of cruising down through the forest, and we're gonna come up on this trail shortly. As soon as we get there, I have to jump out and lock the hubs in and everything, because there is a 4-wheel drive section that we have to climb up. That was pretty rough right there, wasn't it? We're hitting a bunch of washboards and it's super sketchy. So when we get down here, I'll bring you guys back. We'll lock the hubs in and we'll crawl up this this little rocky section, and we'll check this side out. I'll bring you guys back and we'll check it out together. Oh yeah, we got the truck up, no problem. Cecil done the recording on all that coming up. Yeah, he done a really good job.
And the thing was loose. Right?
Yeah, he said the thing was loose. What he's talking about is the swivel for the camera. But this is why, right here, Storm took that down last night. That's why I'm super cautious. See, this tree right here has got massive limbs. Right there, and see the truck up here would be not too far away from that. So that's why we're taking extra good care of where we camp. All right, so let's cross over this. We're gonna go down and see actually if this trail might end up going to another campsite potentially. And I think it goes down to a creek. We're about to check that out.
This is a really, really, really pretty area though.
They,
I done a little bit of exploring last time I was up here when I made the other video, but I'm gonna kind of go further this time now that I've got him. Cecil, do you think we need to get a rain jacket? You don't think so? You think it'll be okay if you get a little wet?
yeah.
Okay,
But
we're gonna tough it out.
exploring
I don't know. There's a lot of weird things. But we're just gonna walk down here, see if there's a spot that we can actually get the truck to, or maybe 2 vehicles to the camp. And I love camping beside the water. It's like the coolest thing because I like sleeping at night and be able to hear the water run. And I always sleep with a fan on anyway. And so the background noise always really helps. You getting that out of the way? There's a couple of other limbs that's fallen since the last time we've been down here. That breeze is pretty cool right there, isn't it, Cecil? He's just jumping around. We're gonna get you guys back in just a little bit when we get down to the creek. So this is one of the drop-offs here to get further down this trail. And it doesn't look too bad on camera, but I assure you that is straight down, and it's also kind of canted at an angle like this. You can't really... Or the other option is this right here. And that doesn't look so bad on camera, but what you don't see is on the other side, there's a massive mud hole. Up here, there's a massive mud hole. And this little ledge right there, stand beside it, Cecil. Right there.
Oh yeah, massive.
Jump down in that hole right there. And
It could just go infinity.
it's as tall as Cecil is. He's 7 years old. So it's as tall as he is, which is pretty gnarly. So
And I tried to climb up this and I almost fell down because I'm in clock.
yeah, so don't crawl up there. It's all nasty. So it looks like the best bet would be to come down right here and split those trees. Right through there and come down.
Or you could do the
Maybe,
thing
I don't
that
know.
I did with, I just cut the middle and simply came through. Like that.
I just absolutely don't love that. Getting back out is going to be interesting as well. Actually getting out, or getting in here is probably looks more challenging than getting out.
Me and,
Just from going down downhill, the weight of your engine and everything's kind of pulling you down. Your rear end's kind of light in a truck, so kind of always like going up stuff a little bit better.
We would be checking out some of these rocks.
Yeah, but anyway, the creek is
It's
just
right down here.
down there. Zoom in on it. Creek's just down there. So
And there's a massive death hole right here.
this is so pretty in here. And there is a way to get down here. But it looks like people's been down here before in a vehicle camping, so I'll walk down this just a little bit and check it out, Cecil.
Yeah.
We're gonna go back down this way. Yeah, there's a big waterfall right here. Hey, watch your step, because this is a big bluff right here.
Dad, I'm not going to step down.
I'm having to tell him kind of to watch his step. This is a massive waterfall right here. Here, you stay on the uphill side of me. Stay on the uphill side of me,
I'm just sliding like this.
because this is a big drop off.
That is just beautiful. Dad, let's look around and we're going to get to the other side without getting lost.
Alright, there's a big bluff wall right here, see, so let's try and figure out a way to get around it. and get down here to the bottom side, and we'll walk back this way. This is a really pretty area. I've never been here before. This is a massive creek running right here beside us. It's huge. It's stained real bad because it rained all night long. This water right here is still pretty clear. The water out there on the main part, it's like chocolate milk. A yoo-hoo. It's pretty nasty. Usually takes a couple of days, or at least 24, 48 hours to clear up. But man, this is pretty. Alright, we're gonna get out of here right now and get back to the truck. We're about to go down to the bridge that's right down the road. We'll park there, and Cecil and I are gonna have a snack. And hey Cecil, tell him what your middle name is. Ford. His middle name is Ford. He is Cecil Ford. Yep. Yeah, he loves Fords. Do you like the old Ford truck we ride around in?
Yeah.
You do? And other old Fords. He likes them all. Alright, we're going to get out of here and go down there, and we'll bring you guys back when we get down there to the bridge. And should be uneventful getting out of here. Probably don't even need 4-wheel drive. I hope. Means it's all kind of downhill. You got to get on the other side, friend.
I know. I have to see without that.
We're just enjoying ourselves here by the creek. It's really, really pretty. He's trying to tell me something right now, but I can't hear him because of the water. But we're gonna get us a little drink, a little snack, and just hang out a little bit longer. We're going to start heading back towards the house. At least we made something out of today after the failed camping trip last night. But hey, I feel pretty good about my decision. It got really rough. Kind of reckless to put myself in that position. Kind of this far out in the middle of nowhere. If something happens to me, it's going to be very hard, if not impossible for some people to find me. I'm always trying to let my wife know where I am, or at least one of my friends that kind of knows the areas that we go to. But the place I was going to go last night, unfortunately nobody's been there except for me, out of my like friends group and my wife or whatnot. So probably made the right call to come back. All right, we are back and had no problems getting back home, and just thought I'd take the time to kind of go over maybe a few of the future plans for the truck right now, and also plans for the channel. So first thing is going to be kind of what we've been talking about. Going to be doing the 16x7 OE wheels with I'm going to do it with a 255 85 16, probably mud terrain bends that this thing doesn't see, like a ton of just like highway driving. So mud terrains would do good, especially with some of the kind of more aggressive trails that we get into sometimes. But got another thing coming up as well, and that is going to be, you have to excuse, this is a truck that we use pretty much every day. Not a show truck by any means, but if you don't know, this is 390 FE that's in this truck, and it runs really well. It's always run really well. I'm meticulous with the maintenance on the truck, and treat it really well. Do not abuse the truck whatsoever, but we got some items that are coming up that are going to be due. First thing's going to be due is the exhaust manifold's leaking terribly right there where I'm putting my finger, and pretty much right there at the end. Gasket's blown out right there. Bad. I mean, when I'm shifting at some of the higher RPMs, I'm getting exhaust blow by or backfire, whatever you will, escaping right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do both sides. Might as well do both sides. And valve cover gaskets as well. This side's leaking a little bit, but this side is leaking a lot. You can see right here, I had the Ford's version of power steering at the time was a hydraulic assist system, and it was leaky and only worked half the time, and eventually it didn't work at all. So I spent a little bit of time trying to rebuild it and gave up on it essentially. It's a piece of junk, and if you got one that works, I'm sure it works great, but mine just didn't work, and I'm sure the tires have something to do with it. The oversized tires probably killed it, but the valve cover gasket is right here. It's leaking really, really bad. It's leaking bad enough to where it's running down with the fan blowing in here and everything, and I just wind coming up from the road or whatnot. It's getting all over everything over here. All over the steering and everything, and just kind of making a mess. So it doesn't run through a lot of oil. I'd say between oil changes, I'm only realistically going through maybe a little over a quart of oil. That's at 5,000 miles. I'm using Rotella T in it. Even got some added horsepower with and added torque with some dirt daubers nests, but I can't keep dirt daubers out here for anything. I had the worst luck with it. But what else? We have, let me get back here. We have sound deadening that's going to go in. I've got a whole box full of kill mat, and I'm going to be like I said, excuse the truck for being kind of dirty, but I'm going to be taking these mats out. I'm going to be replacing the mats. I might replace this whole stock mat as it is, and I'm going to be replacing both the boots down here for the shifter and for the four-wheel drive. They're ripped over time, but they can be replaced. So think about my custom homemade cup holder. That is not a factory item, my friends. I had to build that because I had to be able to drink my coffee and drive down the road. And a vehicle like this, you're using all the hands and all the feet, and drinking coffee is kind of a dangerous thing. And ask me how I know. Ask me if I've ever spilled coffee in my lap driving this thing down the road. Yes I have. Terrible. Okay, so we're going to be putting kill mat in here. So taking all this out, and that's going to be a big help, because I'm here to tell you, 65, 70 miles an hour on the highway is deafening in this truck. And yeah, it's absolutely miserable. I threw these up here kind of temporarily and just kind of done an okay job of running the wiring and stuff, but I needed something. I don't have reverse lights on this truck at all. Of course, they didn't come with them. And but when I'm in these trails and stuff, I have to be able to see. So these are just cheapos from Harbor Freight, and they come with like a little wiring kit, little wiring harness or whatnot, and I just threw that in. And but that's not going to be staying like this probably for very long. I may end up moving it down here to the bumper, but I do like having them up top because it does give me a lot of coverage. And those are the flood beam, not the spot beam. But I do like where they are. But the big question for the truck going forward actually is going to be, do you guys like, I know it's kind of a, how to say this, it's a hot topic in some circles or some communities, but would you guys like to see me potentially go for a vintage style, so not just a modern fiberglass one, but maybe an aluminum framed or whole aluminum camper shell, vintage camper shell, or maybe a truck camper that I can take on and off, a sliding camper, and maybe like the cab over something. I do realize that a lot of the trails I go to, if I had a truck camper, I could not get to those sites, and that's okay. I can take it off if I know I'm going to be doing some wheeling for maybe like a month or two, or summertime when I'm not going to be, you know, want to be inside of something like that. I could take it off and get to the more difficult to get to campsites while it's not on the truck. So also have that bad boy out there. We're going to be taking on some trips. It's my off-road pop-up camper, and we're going to tow it out with the 65 as well. And that's just for special kind of camping. But I like more kind of the roughing it that we've been doing. You know, I'm joking when I say roughing it ride, so we're not really roughing it at all. But let me know what you think. Vintage truck camper, camper shell, sliding camper, or do you guys like kind of what I'm doing with the rooftop tent? So the rooftop tent usually stays on my Tundra, right there on those racks. That's where it usually lives. But when I got this fabbed up, decided it'd be fun to put it on this truck and take it out and start camping out of it. So if we didn't have it on here, we could do, even if I didn't have anything on here, we could just do old style, throw everything in the totes, throw a ground tent in the tote. I have a really nice ground tent. I got 2 of them, and I got the gazebo. We could go out and just camp in it, just super old school style. But I mean, what the heck? This is a 3/4 ton truck. I can haul some weight on it. So, yeah. Truck camper, rooftop tent, nothing. Vintage camper shell. Let me know. I'd be interested to hear what you guys say. Or if you have a similar setup, whether it be vintage or not, comment down below and let me know. Essentially, just let me know kind of what you think of your setup. Versus other setups you've had maybe. But I think that's going to do it for this one. We're going to go on a trip. Well, we got daylight back officially, so I'm really happy about that. Time's changed, so we've got our evenings back. We've got more daylight in the evenings, so that means that after work on Fridays, because I work a full-time job, after work on Fridays, we can be easier to go on some more camping trips or whatnot, because that's essentially what the channel is. It's camping, but it's camping out of a vintage truck. That's kind of what I'm going for. There will be some camping sooner or later I'm going to do with I got a Sequoia. I've got that. Like I said, I've got this. Got all kinds of stuff. And of course, the channel is pretty much made for the truck, but we can change it up sometimes. So if that'd be a thing that you guys would want to see. I also have something else that's coming down the pipe, but I'm going to kind of keep it on the down low still. I don't know final details on it, but it could be something that would be a kind of a game changer for us in the channel. And but when that becomes kind of available, that I know for sure is going to happen, I'm kind of being really vague on purpose, but I'll fill you guys in. All right. Please like, please subscribe, comment, tell me everything you think about what's going on, what you'd like to see me do. Would you like to see me make videos of me putting in the kill mat, the sound deadener on the inside, working on the truck, or whatnot? I'm interested in to hear what you guys say, and I'll do anything, you know, within reason. So appreciate you guys watching. See you next time.